Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. It is Super Tuesday, the biggest day of the presidential primary season so far, with more voters in more than a dozen states, including Arkansas and Oklahoma, at the polls today. Now, one big issue for Arkansas voters is the state's 3rd congressional district. Republican options are Congressman Steve Womack and State Senator Clint Penzo. The district covers Washington, Benton, and Crawford counties, and parts of Sebastian as well. Now, 5 News spoke to both candidates to hear what they are saying on these biggest issues that are concerning voters. Womack, who has represented the 3rd district incumbent candidate since 2011, they say voters are concerned with national debt, security, and inflation. But at the top of that list, immigration.
At the end of the day, we've got to fix this border, or else we're going to continue to see an increase in the number and type of horrific crimes, drugs, and otherwise that are plaguing our country.
Well, challenger Clint Penzo has served in local politics as a city council member of Taneytown, a member of the Arkansas House of Representatives, and now a state senator. Like Womack, Penzo says he believes the border is an issue that is top of mind for Arkansans. However, Penzo tells 5 News that Womack has not done enough in making sure money is being used specifically on fixing the border issue.
In an interview I saw just a few days ago of Congressman Womack, he was stating that the most important thing to him is funding the U.S. government. They passed another continuing resolution funding the government, but there was not any provision in it for border security. The number one issue for my constituents is closing the border.
The winner of this race will go against Democratic challenger Caitlin Draper in November. She's running unopposed in the Democratic primary election. Now, if you need a full guide of all the candidates and the polling locations for Arkansas and Oklahoma, we have that for you on our website, 5newsonline.com. All right, before we get to more news on the Super Tuesday, let's check out your forecast with meteorologist Zach Scott. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe, we've had some scattered showers and thunderstorms around the River Valley and the Washtas, mostly in west central Arkansas to start our Tuesday. We're going to continue with that isolated to scattered shower chance as we go through the morning and into the afternoon hours, mainly down across our southern zones here. Have the best chance for a stray shower thunderstorm through your Tuesday. Northwest Arkansas had a window for a shower earlier in the morning. That one's closing. Upper 60s, low 70s. Northwest Arkansas, we'll call it a partly sunny day. We'll go a few more clouds mixing in across the River Valley and the Washtas with temperatures in the 70s. Again, future track radar showing scattered shower chances lingering here as we go through your Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon. You see some of those yellows and oranges showing up, some isolated downpours, some lightning, and then again the main threat there, not a big severe weather threat, but a low end one where we can't roll out a storm or two capable of producing some small hail. That'll linger into the afternoon. By the evening and overnight will be quiet with clouds building in, temperatures more into the 40s and low 50s as we go into Wednesday morning. More rain chances. We're tracking those, Joe, for Thursday and Friday.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, the countdown to the Great Arkansas Eclipse is on. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders addressed the state on Monday about the preparations being made ahead of totality. The governor says plans have been in the works for well over a year now, and that the state is taking every precaution to make it a safe and exciting event. She says the Department of Transportation is working to get the roads ready for extra traffic and the National Guard's on standby to respond to any emergencies. She also stressed there will be a lot of visitors and wants to give them a reason to return.
Next month's eclipse has the potential to be one of the largest tourism events in our state history, and we want to make sure that we are prepared for the influx of visitors that we expect to come here to the state. State agencies have been aware of this event and preparing for the last several months, and it's an exciting moment for the state of Arkansas, but we want to make sure that it goes as seamlessly as possible.
Well, to streamline the flow of information, the governor says you can find travel, hotel, and event information at arkansas.com/eclipse. And University of Arkansas student Abigail Money is celebrating today after coming in first place in the Little Rock Marathon. She went into the marathon just looking to have fun, she says, but little did she know she would come out on top. 5 News reporter Parker Abels tells us how she got ready for the race.
Took me about 18 weeks of training, averaging about 50 miles per week. So that included a couple of speed-oriented workouts per week, along with like 2 to 3 easy runs just for recovery purposes.
Being a graduate student while doing all that training isn't easy, but luckily for Abigail, she says she has 2 groups that helps her run and manage her time.
Part of that has to do with like structure and accountability. So actually here at the U of A, I'm a part of the intramural running club on campus, so that provides a lot of consistency for me. I'm also a part of the Arkansas Track Club, so that's a institution that's not affiliated with the U of A, but is working to sort of bridge the gap between collegiate athletes and professional athletes.
Abigail recently graduated from the College of the Ozarks in Point Lookout, Missouri, and was a part of the cross-country team there. But before that, she wasn't allowed to compete in high school because she was homeschooled. So she took matters into her own hands.
I just kind of ran in local 5Ks on my own and did like a couple of 10Ks, a half marathon prior to entering college.
Well, in case you were wondering, Abigail finished the marathon 2 hours, 51 minutes, 37 seconds. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Have a great day.